Hey everybody, thanks for taking the time to watch this video. Really this video is sort of for people that are looking to buy a house. I plan on doing a lot more videos surrounding listing your house, selling your house, what's my home worth, and all that other stuff in videos upcoming, but I just wanted to start with this video. The other reason why I wanted to start doing some videos, I don't know how many I'm going to do, maybe once a week or something like that, just depends. It is pretty busy, so, but anyway, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to meet more people, trying to get people to get a better feel of who I am, and then hoping to create bigger relationships off of that. So anyway, this is the new way to meet people in regards to business. I want to meet buyers, I want to meet sellers, and I think this is one way I can do that. So anyway, today's video is about the ways to get your offer accepted if you're a buyer. So I work with quite a few buyers, and what I find occasionally, the calls that I get or the people I run into, they're calling and they haven't had any luck, and right away my mind goes to a number of things and a number of questions I ask them, because usually it's one of those things that they don't have or they're not doing, and it's making a big difference in their house hunt. Even more difficult for people out of province and stuff like that who aren't able to be here in person to view the properties. So anyway, I have a few things here written down, and I think it will help you. Probably the biggest thing that I kind of talk about, or the biggest thing that I think is holding a lot of people up, is their timing. So I see a lot of buyers, they'll call me up on a listing that I've had up for a while, and they'll say, "Oh, hey Darcy, I'd like more information on this property. When can I view it?" and stuff like that. And I'm like, this property's been on the market for 3 weeks. And I'll say, "Hey, we have an accepted offer on that property right now." And they're like, "Oh shoot, I never seem to catch any of them. So what I always say is, "Well, how are you trying to find these houses? Is any of your family members helping you?" and stuff like that. So one thing is to try and check the markets daily. Realtor.ca is a great source for that. The only thing with Realtor.ca is sometimes it can show kind of delays. So sometimes houses already have accepted offers but are still on Realtor.ca, so you can waste some time there. But one thing that's really interesting is something that we as realtors have access to. It's like an email notification system. So we can put your your preferences for what you want in a house into our system, and it will generate emails and send them to you when new listings come up that match those search preferences. So the day that listing that matches your search preference comes on, you get an email. So it's active, it's brand new, and now all you gotta do is have a quick look, see if you think it works for you, and then give your realtor a call, give me a call. And then we can figure out, taxes, we can figure out costs, operating costs around the property and stuff like that. And then anything else that I can find or that I kind of know about the property, I can let you know. And then we can move really quickly to get you a viewing of the home. Because some of these properties in this market, 2021, are only lasting a few days. Bid on a house there over the weekend. It was on, I think, Friday morning, and by midday Saturday afternoon, they were already looking at offers. So there's only, 36 hours there or whatever to view it and to get an offer in and to compete. So anyway, another thing that's great for you to do with your timing is to have friends and family looking out for you. So if you don't see it or I don't see it as your realtor, one of your friends points it out, sends you an email, sends you a link. That's great. But that realtor tool that I was just talking about is excellent. So timing is key. So now that you found a property that you want to offer on, well, how are we going to get that offer accepted? Because you might be bidding against other buyers, or other buyers might be interested in as well. So you're going to ask your realtor. So I'll dig into the property, I'll dig into the surrounding area, try to get a better feel for what kind of bidding numbers are there, whether it's 10,000 over, whether it's 20,000 over. Try to get a better idea of what that market, that local, that hyper-local market is calling for. So you can do some research on your own. I can do some research, and then kind of go from there with the price point. The other thing that you do want to consider, or another thing when you're looking at a house to put an offer in, is, okay, what's my budget? What's my mortgage broker telling me I can afford? But also, how much do I like this house? Because if you really like that house, you might have to go $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 over to get that property. Well, you want to make sure you really like it. So depends what price bracket you're running into, but the typical buyer around here, I don't know, it seems to be like 150 to 300, just kind of my experience, but everybody's got different budget buyers. But anyway, make sure that the property itself is a nice property and a property that you're going to enjoy. But also, I would be fairly focused on the layout of the house, because it's one thing to paint or to upgrade or put a new kitchen in and stuff like that. But if you don't like the overall layout of the property, you're not going to enjoy that. And if you don't really like the property that much, honestly, I would wait for the next one. Unless you need to be in a place by a certain time or something like that, where there's some duress or something pushing you into getting a house right away. If you don't like it that much, chances are it's going to get bid up quite a bit if it's a hot property. And if you don't like it, I wouldn't bother with it. I would wait for the next house, but that's just my opinion. And whether it's above asking or below asking, I mean, I'm always willing to put in an offer. It's just, I just make sure that, you get a better feel for if that's really where you see yourself or your family growing up or spending some time, because it is, it is a big purchase. So the other thing I have written down here is, so write a letter. So write a letter to the seller and just kind of tell them a little bit about you or your family or whoever's moving in there, and just kind of give them a little idea of what you want to do with it, what you're seeing. Maybe, I don't know, maybe the kid, your kid really likes the play set out back, or really, I don't know, there's a bike park nearby, or the elementary school is there, so you can't wait to see your kids go to the school, and your grandmother lives down the street or whatever. Just give them a better idea of why you're moving, and because people sometimes care about that stuff, because a home is a very personal asset. It is a financial asset, but it's also a personal asset. So if somebody feels like the home is being passed off, highest bidder doesn't necessarily mean the winner. Most of the time the money talks, don't get me wrong, but if you're really going in and you really like a property, write a little letter about yourself and send it to the seller, just for them to have a little thought on it. Maybe your offer and the offer that came in with it, yours has a nice letter with it about yourself and the other one doesn't, or there's only $1,000 difference. Some people would embark at that $1,000 if they felt the house was going to somebody better. So anyway, so I guess to review, make sure your timing's on, research the property and the bidding that's going on around you when you go to make the offer. Make sure the home really is what you want, because then you'll actually want to go in on it better and have a better chance of getting it. Write your letter. And lastly, I really think using a realtor is key. I've seen so many people try to do it on their own. They're frustrated. They call me up and they're like, geez, I haven't had any luck or this or that. And I take them and I do my system. I do all this that I'm telling you now, and it changes the outcome for a lot of them. We don't always win. We lose all the time. I mean, it is what it is. We're not going to win every bid, but we're getting in the houses on time. we're doing what we need to do, and we're moving quick on them. And that's the biggest thing. So it's a speed thing. And anyway, I think a realtor is almost undervalued sometimes, and you wouldn't believe the difference that they can make. With that being said, that's the video. This was my first video. I want to do a bunch more of them. I just want to get out there and reach some more people and try to help more people, because at the end of the day, that is what I'm doing. I'm helping people buy and sell houses. And anyway, that's it's money second. It's helping people first. So I want to associate myself with people that value that exchange, and I want to create long-lasting relationships with these clients and with these people that I meet. So anyway, appreciate you watching the video, and I'm going to put up more videos in the future. This is the office, yeah, you'll see more of it in the coming videos. Thanks so much.